Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am SidAlpha, and this is actually something that I used to, once upon a time, do a lot more of, where I would just sit down and talk to you guys. Of course, since the big blow up on my channel happened and I gained so many subscribers, I was really, nose to the grindstone working, and I didn't really do what I normally do, which is take a few moments and just talk to you guys like I used to. I used to do that on a weekly or monthly basis, and I think it's long overdue. So first off, for all of you that aren't accustomed to this, then I do apologize, as you really should be by now, because I do like to do my best to keep you guys informed of things that are going on in my life, in the world of the channel and everything like that, and any news related to the channel and everything, because a lot of you guys do tend to like that sort of thing. And so do I. I like it because it's nice for me to just be able to sit back and relax for a moment. So what's been going on recently is, I know a little while ago I did put out that video saying I was really worried about somebody who had messaged me directly on Twitter. Turns out, as that stands, that's apparently what happens when someone is up for a couple of days straight without sleeping. They tend to say things that they thought they were saying, might have actually probably thought they were saying something else. So that situation turned out to not be a situation, although I did receive a very mixed response in regards to that video, and it was a little concerning to me, because a lot of you guys are just here for the news, for me to deliver news items to you and offer up my opinion on them, which is perfectly fine. But you also have to understand that I'm still a person. And, I'm still a person that has feelings, and I still care about you guys. I do. I actually do. And I get concerned when I see things like that happen. And a lot of people worry about that I was taking too much on myself. And that's a valid concern. It really is. But at the same time, if I can take a few moments to offer up some words of kindness and, some words of hope to help make someone's day just a little bit better, then I don't see it as a waste at all. I really don't. A lot of people did see that video as a complete waste. Some people saw it as clickbait even, which is completely bonkers because the damn thing wasn't even monetized. So, so I don't know where they come off with that, but some people will just be assholes, I guess, and that's perfectly fine. Some of you are assholes. I know I'm an asshole every once in a while. We all are. I get it. I really do. So that situation ended up not being a situation. For those of you that were wondering and curious, perfectly fine. I did get reached out to by a few other people that thanked me for taking that time because they were having some issues, and that did help make their day a little bit brighter. So in the end, it ended up serving some good. So I'm very happy that I took the time to put that video out, even though I was exhausted myself. Right now, I'm doing a lot better. A lot of people have also been expressing concern about my stress levels and everything like that in regards to the channel. And just so you guys know, I do stress about this channel a lot. I really do. Probably more than I should, because, it's been about a year now since my channel started skyrocketing as far as, what I was accustomed to. And because of that, there's going to be a lot of adjustment that happens, and I'm starting to slowly ease into the role of a larger channel, a larger audience, and it's fantastic, and I'm really glad that I've been able to cope with that. But with it brings along an all new set of worries, because I'm always watching the analytics, I'm always watching the subscriber counts and everything like that. I'm always watching the views and the video retention and the the audience retention, everything like that. There's 1,000 different points of data to keep track of when you're dealing with a YouTube channel. And one thing I've noticed is that the amount of daily subscribers I get has been just going down and down and down and down. And it's been steady. It's been steady for the past month, but the numbers are not great. And so that's always a concern for a channel like mine, that, you might end up backsliding and start losing more subscribers than you're gaining. But I am still gaining somewhere between 20 and 30 a day. Not much, not enough to be able to get me to full-time anytime soon, but it's not a loss. You know, I am losing subscribers every day, but I'm still gaining more than I'm losing. So in the end, it's a net positive. So I'll just accept it and take it on that basis. Plus also the stress factor is always higher for me in January and February, because that is at my day job where I work as, you know, an IT project manager. January and February, that is project time. That's when all of the companies gear up for, you know, all their purchasing of new equipment, new switches, new servers, new wireless, and everything like that. And so I have to coordinate everything, and I have to do a lot of network design and network infrastructure and server infrastructure upgrades. And so it's one of those times where I really don't get much sleep. But that's starting to ease off. I've been catching up on a lot of projects and completing them, so I've been able to get some more rest. Obviously, right now, I'm definitely a lot more alert than I normally am, so thank goodness for that. So I will be able to get more into the zone when it comes to the YouTube channel here in the coming weeks. And speaking of coming weeks, I do have some news upcoming in March. Towards the end of the March, I think 21st through 26th, somewhere around in there, is the Game Developer Conference. I did receive confirmation, firm confirmation today, that I have been accepted as a journalist to go to the Game Developer Conference. So all those times that I keep on saying I'm not a journalist, I probably can't say that anymore. I can't get away with not saying that anymore, although I will always maintain that I'm more of a pundit than a journalist, because everything that I do is an op-ed piece. It's not just a news editorial. I'm always providing my opinion, and I'm couching my videos in the terms of my opinion. I just try to deal with as much fact as I can and leave, you know, social aspects and socio-political aspects and politics and everything like that out of it as much as humanly possible. Because realistically, I think those topics have no place in gaming in general. I really don't, at least not in the way people try to inject them in. So I will be going to that if I can. See, the thing is, it's expensive. It's down in San Francisco. I live all the way up here in Idaho. I've got to fly down there. The flight is actually fairly inexpensive. I can cover that no problem. And I can cover the hotel room no problem, although the hotel is going to cost about $2,300 total. It's about $450 a night. It's insane. And that's one of the cheaper ones. The thing that I'm having a difficulty is I also have to be able to cover funding while I'm at the event, and, you know, food and everything like that. So I'm looking for, what I'll be doing is I will actually be holding some fundraising streams. I'm going to get back into streaming. I'm going to be streaming 3 days a week. So that will be Sunday mornings, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific. Although I'm not going to do the 4-hour whatever. We're just going to do whatever we're comfortable with. So it might be a 2-hour stream, it might be a 3, it might be a 4, it might be longer. We'll see how they go. We'll see how they pan out. Those will be on YouTube, though. They won't be on Twitch. Reason for that is because a lot of you guys are more easily able to view my streams on YouTube. They're a lot easier on your browser and your bandwidth, and it's a lot more stable on my end. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. Actually, I'm going through and setting up XSplit right now because OBS, which I'm actually recording this on, is having some pretty significant issues with the alerts. And so I do want the alerting to happen because that'll track the donations and the goals and everything like that. And I do want to be able to thank you guys. Although for the donations and everything, I would ask you not to use Super Chat. I would ask you actually to use the Streamlabs donation link that there will be in the first line of the description of the live stream. Yeah, I'll point it out to you guys plenty during the live stream as well. That way, there will be a PayPal.me and a Streamlabs. The reason for that is because YouTube takes a pretty hefty percentage, and I won't get anything YouTube until the 21st of next month. So chances are I will possibly be able to cover everything myself. I don't know, but I want to be able to have that buffer zone and have some fun actually, and spend some time just hanging out with you guys and playing video games. And we're actually going to be taking a look at some new games on the streams, and I will probably fire up a test stream a little bit later this evening if I get the chance to. Just to work out the bugs, and I want to I want to try out some new things in that regard. I want to try out some live critiquing of new games, so I can take a look and kind of analyze things and talk and, you know, verbalize my thoughts as I'm going through a game, and also during the live stream have you guys have an opportunity to ask questions about different aspects of the game and everything. So a more interactive kind of live critique, if that's something you guys might be interested in. We'll see. We'll give it a try. We'll see how it works. Generally, I can keep up a running commentary pretty well, so I'm not too worried about that. Everyone who's watched my streams do tend to enjoy them quite a bit because I am very vocal, I'm very interactive, and I really love doing that. I do. I like the streaming aspect. I'm not going to replace my existing content, but it will be more in addition to my regular content. So you guys don't have to worry about that. And also, I do want to start doing more reviews, because that's where my channel started out at, was very much as a critique and punditry channel. And a lot of people have been asking me to do more reviews lately, and so I do want to get back into doing that at least 1 or 2 a week or every other week as I can, because again, it takes a lot of time. The game reviews take up way more time than just, you know, me sitting down, working out talking points, and sometimes scripting a news piece article. And so I do want to get back into that. And one thing I will be working on this weekend is I will be working on at least a first impressions critique of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I will be doing that, and I will be getting that done. I'm just lining up. I've got all my talking points listed. I'm going to script the review. But I also have to go through and I have to line up footage that I want to go along with the different talking points so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about, because, you know, this is a visual and auditory medium. So don't just show, don't just tell, show and tell. You know, let's treat it like it's grade school. So I do want to be more mindful of that sort of thing with my videos and kind of step up my production game. It takes a little bit longer to edit, but that's fine, because at the end of the day, it'll be a better video for you guys. And that's the concern for me, is I want to be able to do a better job of showing a visual audio relationship with what I'm talking about versus what's on the screen, which is something that is sometimes a little bit lacking with my videos. In addition to that, I will be talking about here soon, over the next week or two, I will probably also be revisiting Escape from Tarkov, so you can expect that to be incoming as well. I did buy into the beta, which really irritates the hell out of me, but the last video I did on Escape from Tarkov, I talked a lot about the lack of review policy and how that isn't entirely legal, because they maintain a business presence and customers in countries like Australia and the UK and everything like that. And so they do have to abide by those countries' laws, and they are not doing that. And in addition to that, I discussed the developers' behaviors and everything like that, and everyone seemed to just treat it like it was a critique of the game, even though it had very little to do with the game itself and had more to do with the developer's actions. But a lot of people were giving me flack for that, so we're going to revisit it. I'm going to play the game a bit myself, get familiar with it, and we're going to be discussing their review policy, of course, the netcode issues, the gameplay in general, what I think of the game, and the developers, the interactions I've had with the developers. Because I have had some, and I would like to share that. And there's some other things that I have that I've been holding on to for a while that I haven't had a chance to get around to doing a video on, that I do want to include there. Things with the different packages being offered, and there's kind of a bait and switch situation going on there. So not all consumer friendly when it comes to battle state games. So do expect a video coming out on that. In addition, you know, that's basically all I have. Yeah, that's all I've got right now. There's not much. I've been looking through the news. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, but none of it is really striking my fancy. The words just aren't coming. That's part of the reason why I'm actually here, sitting here, just talking to the camera right now. Because when it comes to the news stories, I have an opinion, but it's a very short opinion. And I don't think that it's actually worth enough to dedicate an entire video to, because it would only be like a minute or two long. So that said, you know, with those live action game critiques and everything, let me know if that's something you guys are actually interested in. And if you are, you know, maybe I will set something up with my Patreon subscribers to be able to put forth suggestions for games to critique during the live critiques, if it's something you guys are interested in watching. And of course, we'll be going through and playing some games for the donation drive to help get me to the Game Developer Conference, because when I'm down there, I will also be doing, I don't have the gear to be able to go around recording things for you guys. I just don't. But I will be packing up a lot of my gear and taking it with me, so I'll be able to do like a vlog situation and kind of some editing and cutting together there to be able to update you guys on what I was experiencing in the game at the GDC, what interested me, what I liked, what I didn't like, and everything like that. And also hopefully gather some information on upcoming stuff within the industry to be able to get to you guys. I think that will be really valuable, and it'll give me a chance to do some networking. I want to go down there. Epic Games is going to be there, NVIDIA, AMD, a lot of companies are going to be there. This is a huge conference, and so I do want to take the time to go through and do some networking. I definitely want to meet the guys at Epic Games. I want to meet the guys at NVIDIA. And there's about 12 to 15 other game developers that I'm very interested in going and meeting and reaching out to. So with that, also coupling along with that, if I'm able to get down there, I will give you guys an update to let you know that yes, I am in fact going. I will, come hell or high water, I will do my best to go. And if I do, if there are any specific game developers you guys would like to get some information on, or any questions you would like me to ask any of them or anything like that, I won't be able to do any video interviews or anything. But I can see what I can do to gather some information for you guys specifically, if that's something you're interested in doing. But I've been talking for way too damn long, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'm going to keep on working on overlays and try and figure out what's going on with OBS if I can. If not, I'll transition everything over to XSplit, which is going to be frustrating as hell, but what can you do? So thank you guys so much for watching, and for those of you that were concerned about me, I really do appreciate it, but as you can see, I'm doing just fine. Managed to get a haircut this week. Actually, feels really good. I don't get a chance to take the time to actually take care of myself with the general maintenance and everything. So it always feels really good to me when I can stop and do that. So even just getting the haircut really makes me feel good. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your concern. Thank all of you for being fantastic viewers. And for those of you that are interested in the live streams, again, those are Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific. And I will be doing those Tuesday evenings when I can, when I get home, because, you know, I work my day job. So the times will be vary a little bit when I get home, but hopefully no later than 8 p.m. Pacific. So I want to do different time zones there for different crowds, because I have viewers all over the world. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, because I'm just going to keep on talking otherwise. So thanks again for probably the 10 billionth time, guys, and I will see you tomorrow, most likely. Thanks a lot. Oh, I should probably say it. I'm going to have some people mad at me if I don't say it. So here it is. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.